Hello, this is Dr. Ray Nannis with Optimum Wellness Solutions. On our last session, we talked about what health is, and if you'll remember, we talked about the fact that your body is healthy when you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing at the right time. Now, sometimes you're going to have symptoms and sometimes you might not, but symptoms are not necessarily the way to determine whether you're healthy. In fact, there's a scale of health that'll help our bodies determine what's going on. There's this actual thing called wellness. Now, what is health and what is wellness? Let's start with health. The first one is health is a state of optimal physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. I like to look at health as when your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do when it's supposed to do it. That's what health is. Wellness is your ability to express that health. It's your ability to be able to do what you want when you want to do it with minimum to no limitations that your body is imposing. That's what wellness is. It's taking health and putting legs on it. When your body's truly healthy and well, we're going to be at the top of this certain scale. However, the next thing that can happen is that we can have an interference come into that body. Now, if your body is healthy and well, your body is responding perfectly to the innate, inborn ability of your body to heal and the natural wisdom of the universe. However, if there's an interference, your body now is going to respond to the interference. What type of interferences am I talking about? There are three major interferences. There are physical traumas. These are things dating all the way back to the birth process. You learn how to walk, you ride your bikes, you have slips, you have falls. Then you sit for thousands of hours. On top of that, we have automobile accidents and a million other traumas that happen to our body. It's the daily activities and the traumas. The next type of stress is chemical stress. Chemical stress are the things we eat, drink, breathe, and come in contact with. And then there are emotional stresses. Emotional stresses are things we're thinking about, concerned about, and worried about. We have all of these types of stresses. So those stresses create an interference. So we go from optimum health and wellness to interference. Now, more often than not, you will not feel or recognize the interference, but now your body is starting to express a concept that we call dis-ease. Not disease per se, but dis-ease. In other words, we have interference causing dis-ease. Your body is not at that perfect state of ease where there's a good communication between everything working in the body. If we allow the state of dis-ease to stay there long enough, eventually we will start to degenerate. Our body literally degenerates into the process of disease. Now, disease is where there's something truly malfunctioning in the body. However, more often than not, you might not even feel that yet. Then eventually, allowing that process to stay there, that disease process to stay there, eventually we're going to degenerate into symptoms. In other words, very, very frequently, symptoms are the last thing that will express themselves. Allow that to stay there long enough, and ultimately, yes, we could even go down into death. More often than not, we're having an innervation at that symptom level. And again, as we talked about at the last session, one out of two things can happen. We can address the actual cause of the problem, or we could do something to cover up the symptom. You get to choose which one you do. This is Dr. Ray Nannis with Optimum Wellness Solutions, and I look forward to walking down the path of health and wellness with you.